Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, push the button.
Oh.
Push hard. Push.
Yes.
Push hard.
看你不放，看你不放。哎呀，真厉害。
There you go.
真棒。Okay. Oh, so this is
Here, make electricity.
Oh, electricity. Yes.
Look at this. That's a Tesla coil. Hey, you do it. Yeah.
Why? Do you know what happened?
It's sending out radio energy that excites the neon gas inside the bulb.
Wow. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Oh, up top, up top.
你看，这是你看。
Up top, over here. Over here. Careful, it's glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Hey, something else?
This is a big magnet that makes electricity. When you turn the magnet, see you're making
I'm making
electricity.
I'm making so much electricity. I bet I can make more.
See, look.
What is that? Wow. What's this?
This is a generator out of an airplane, all right? And right now, whoa, right now it's not magnetized. When I push the button, it turns into a very strong magnet.
What's this? Oh.
This is a compass.
What's this?
North-south.
What's this? Wow, I've never seen a compass.
This is an electric motor.
Okay. That's easy. What is this?
That's Mr. Tesla. Where is he? Here he is.
Okay.
You can get these online.
What's this?
This is a plasma globe. Careful. There's a transformer in there, makes high voltage, and
What happens if we touch it for too long?
nothing. This won't hurt you. No, the other way. Whoa, stop. The other way. Faster.
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 就是发现。
Whoa, don't.
哇，好恐怖啊！哇，
I like it.
Wow.
I feel like that product is too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You like
有
that?
没有像闪电 flashlight 什么产生的？ Wow.
杀的。
Static.
Static electricity? Will it hurt you? Does it hurt you?
Well, it'll scare you.
Will it hurt you?
No, it'll scare you though.
I like that one. I like this one. But what's this?
That's an electric motor. This is an old style motor that had a carbon brush. This is a carbon brush. This kind of motor wears out. Mr. Tesla invented this motor. Doesn't need the carbon brush.
Why does it need a carbon brush?
All right, this doesn't need a carbon brush. This motor lasts forever. This motor wears out. Mr. Tesla invented this kind of motor.
如果只有电都需要 brush
就是
刷子。
那个，我知道，就是那个跟地线一样的。
I like this one.
It's called a plasma globe.
What if we put it like a little toy?
开始就用了交流。
Put it a little toy on
Oh, don't
there.
touch that.
不要随便touch它，它都有带电的。
Careful,
轻
glass.
一点，轻一点，
Careful.
轻轻的，轻轻的。
Don't touch. No, don't touch the ball. Don't touch the ball with your fingers.
Why?
It hurts.
你还记得昨天的那个吗？昨天我们说3盏灯，有一盏
Yeah,
破
turn
了之后它会烫。When you touch it，
this way.
Can you feel the hotness?
来，妈妈带你。
Yeah.
Oh, it makes the light.
Makes electricity. 10 volts, 30 volts, 40 volts,
Can I try?
50 volts.
Can I try? Yeah, let me try.
Faster. Oh, you'll hit 100 volts.
100 volts.
You see, you're making electricity.
Jay, start from little. This is the power of me. 80 volts?
80, 90 volts.
90 volts? Okay, now let me try. Ooh, what does this do?
Push the button.
Oh, that's...
Don't touch that.
What if we put a toy there and we did this?
If I put this in, it'll catch fire.
Well, it's very dangerous to put it next to wood.
Well,
What's that?
this is called a Jacob's ladder.
How do you use it? I don't like that. I don't like that product.
And that's,
This one. It's cool.
all this is good for is Frankenstein movies.
Is it just infinite?
That's very dangerous. Oh, turn it the other way. That's it. Radio energy is exciting the fluorescent bulb.
Can I try?
Sure.
I like this one because it's not dangerous at all. What if I break the balls? Papa, we can. We take them to the floor. No, look. Papa.
Be careful, careful.
Careful.
It's glass. It could break.
Wait. I want one. Which one? Which one?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So touch
No. Hello, hello.
What? It's doing blue battle.
Uh-huh. See? That's radio excites the neon gas and the mercury gas.
Was that paper or is that
It's not paper, it's a metal.
metal?
And it's glass. Be careful, it could break.
If we broke this glass, then
If you break the glass, I won't be happy.
and then we will just melt. Then we will just do the iron.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a magnet.
Uh-huh. Careful, don't drop it.
What is this?
It's called a plasma globe.
就是那个呀，在那个科技馆的时候，在我看到的科技馆有几个。
Oh, no, don't touch that.
只能转这个啊！你看这边，看这边，抬头，看那边，上面有。
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want
没事的，这个是。
Mm-hmm. See? That's electricity. Turn this way. Yeah, that way.
好吧，那不行。你看他画的箭头，看到没？他的箭头上面这个东西。我这个方向是。对。
What
Well, it's not close enough to catch the wood on fire.
Oh, wait, now I lost my things again. Hey, don't do that one. You like that TV? Mom, can we go check out the hat's room?
See the spark?
Let's go to touch.
You don't touch that. That's 8,000 volts.
Whoa, that was purple. I don't want to get close to that anymore.
It means this is electricity.
Yep, electricity.
你看，你不要碰到它，它都会有。为什么？它周围有一个。当心你的手指啊！接着东西手指，不要动到小宝，不要动到小宝。
Hold up here. It's a bumper sticker for your car.
Okay, okay, thank you. Interesting, very interesting. I think this feature is very
Wait,
good.
what if we leave it like that
Yep.
for the whole night?
Well, for the whole night,
Yeah?
we'll keep going on like this.
Jerry, just come over.
宝宝往这边来，往这边。
Mom, I want to go back computer.
等一下，今天还有 emergency。
Press the button. That's a spark plug out of a jet engine. The electricity goes from 100 volts up to 10,000 volts. And it goes across the spark. That's a spark plug that lights kerosene in a jet engine.
Wow.
I fix airplanes. I work on a lot of electrical systems on airplanes. Yeah, that's what lights the kerosene. There's a transformer out of a neon sign that's turning 110 volts into 15,000 volts. 15,000 volts, and that's the voltage going up. Very dangerous.
How does it turn like low voltage?
Into fantastic question. Let's see if I got a picture of a. What's happening in the transformer? This is the wall outlet with 110 volts, and it goes through a little coil of wire, the little coil there, and then it's next to a big coil of wire, and the big coil of wire steps it up. So if this has 5 turns of coil, and this has 15 turns, that's 3 times the voltage.
Oh.
See, this is the primary coil, has 5 turns, and the secondary coil has 15 turns. So 110 goes up to 330 volts.
Yeah.
3 times. All right, and then you have a big coil like that with 10,000 turns. This one, 10,000 turns. So you get like 10,000 volts coming across the top. So this has 2 transformers. This is one transformer, and here's another transformer. All right, so this has 2 transformers in it that steps it up to 10,000 volts. That's a great question. 2 points for you. Did you check out the neon bulb? Neon Christmas bulb? You do it. Hold it near the top. Hold the copper. See, the radio energy is exciting the neon gas inside that bulb.
So if I hold it farther from here.
Yep, it gets less.
This is really cool.
Isn't that? Yeah, I do a lot of science fairs, and the young people like you, they just love the neon bulb. And here's this is a fluorescent bulb. See, the fluorescent bulb has mercury in it, and the mercury excites the white phosphorus. That has neon gas in it. Every gas gives off a different color.
I've been doing this project at school.
Mm-hmm.
It's this research project, and you're allowed to choose your own topic that you're going to research. And I chose like the history of computers, like how they work and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you read up on Mr. Alan Turing.
Yeah.
Oh, you know him. Okay, Alan Turing. He's the guy that pretty much invented computers. He's a very smart young man. And he worked on decrypting codes during World War II. He was a code breaker.
Invented Colossus.
Yes, Colossus. What's the movie? There's a movie about Alan Turing. I can't remember it quick, but it's a very good movie.
Lots of illustrations involved. Use the computer, right? Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. The hackathon is upstairs, I think in room 152. I'm not sure. All right, and if you want to see how I fix airplanes, you want to come out and visit me. All right, when your airplane needs repairs, you call me. Have a great day. That's a big magnet.
If I have like this.
That's making alternating current. See, the radio signal is exciting the neon gas in the bulb.
If I can.
See, that's electricity jumping across there.
Well, if I put it too far, it would.
It won't jump. It's not a high enough voltage to make the jump.
Would it work if I
See what happens when you bring it?
off?
See, the electricity likes to go through you more than this wire.
Feel the heat.
No, it doesn't get that hot. Just don't touch the ball with your fingers. Did you crank the old telephone generator? See, you're making electricity. You're turning a coil of wire. There's a coil of wire inside these. These are magnets also.
I also can just use
You figured out the switches?
Yeah.
Okay, you're pretty smart.
It's not hard. But I can feel the.
Yeah, that's a fan.
But if you put it on 100, you would probably do it.
It'll go. See, look at the difference between an incandescent bulb and an LED bulb. Can you say incandescent? Incandescent. You say it. Incandescent. Now that's an old bulb. That gets hot when you turn that generator. An LED bulb doesn't get hot.
Yeah, I have one of those bulbs. I have this bulb at home. It makes so.
Well, you got to tell your parents to change to an LED bulb. It saves electricity. These bulbs give you more light and cost a lot less to run. Don't touch the spark. Well, this is a transformer just like this one, and it turns 110 volts into 10,000 volts.
Like that, it's not working.
Oh, I got to turn it on. Well, that's called a Jacob's ladder.
So what does it do?
Nothing. All it does is make that spark. All that's good for is scary movies.
So
What?
Oh, is this for a jet?
This is for a jet engine, and that's what lights the kerosene. That spark lights the kerosene in a jet engine.
Yeah, but you put in like a lot of metal, so you
Yeah.
don't hear that.
Right. It's inside the engine.
Instead of it pink, it's white.
Mm-hmm.
This is orange. That one's red.
Mm-hmm.
That one's
You know your colors. Mm-hmm.
see-through. This one is.
And that's the spark machine.
That one's yellow. I mean pink.
Mm-hmm.
So pink, see-through. Oh look, you can still see like these.
Mm-hmm. That's an old motor.
Why is it working? Why?
No, I didn't wire this one up. Yep. Now, let me switch to another battery. Let's switch. This battery's getting worn out.
That's a nice battery.
This is a fresh battery.
Fresh. You didn't use it for any times before?
Positive terminal and a negative terminal.
And
All right.
wow, really. What is it working?
Put it between the two poles.
Why would it not work for? Oh, it works.
Don't hold it too long. This gets hot.
This is pretty heavy and it can still hold it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is this how does that do that?
Oh, this is a strong magnet. This is a compass. See?
Oh, well, that's cool. So I can
Isn't
move
that,
it.
isn't that cool?
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's like, why is that moving?
Uh-huh. The magnet
And
goes all the way out to here. See?
If I move it really fast, it goes
See?
really fast. If I stop it, look, it stops, go fast. Stop.
That's how motors work.
Go.
And you're making electricity.
Can I try?
Sure. Yes, that's a big static machine.
Okay. Stop. 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 Ew, let's see how it looks. I'm gonna shoot this. You know some switch?
Careful, that's glass. Make it so it doesn't roll off the table.
Yeah. You want to put it like that. It looks like fire is coming.
Looks like fire, but it really
Is he
isn't.
actually melted in that?
It is what?
It looks like that's melted in that paper.
No, it won't hurt it. There's neon gas in there that glows orange from the radio energy.
And
See, I got this.
Oh, look at the title.
I got this
Kinda-
generator out of a 100-year-old telephone. Here's the telephone I took it out of. 100 years ago, you had to turn that generator to start the phone call.
Like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So do they have to keep?
No. You just turn that to start the call. It would ring a bell at the phone station, and then the operator would hook into a battery circuit and plug your wire into the fire department or your Aunt Gracie. But you needed that to start the phone call.
So does it create DC current or?
What, is it easier to turn? Yeah, it's
No,
pretty. What?
does it create a DC?
Oh, this alternating current. Everything here is alternating current. Edison was DC. Edison was an idiot.
This is Tesla, right?
This is all Tesla alternating current. Yeah, turn the magnet, make alternating current. That's what he figured out 120 years ago. That's an emergency magnet out of a Learjet.
And this oil
You should be able to tell him all about it now.
Oh, and that's what it
Oh, you had to keep out of there.
That's a big electromagnet. This is out of an airplane. This is a generator out of an airplane.
yeah, and
All right, this is called a rotor because it's rotating. Careful, I don't want you to fall down. You like all these toys I built? Mm-hmm.
was it hard to make these?
No, I know all about electricity, so I know how to build all these things. And for my job, I know where to get all the parts. And that's called a Jacob's Ladder. All that's good for is scary Frankenstein movies. You push the button. That's a spark plug out of a jet engine.
And the jet, does it have this bad boy?
Well, this is strapped to the jet engine.
Did you actually find it?
Oh, but no, I fix airplanes, so I fix these all the time. There's a piece in here that wears out, and it comes off the airplane, and we change that piece, and then it works again.
Where do you fix jet engines?
MacArthur Airport. This is my hobby.
It's a cool hobby, actually.
Yep. Yeah, I do a lot of science fairs and school job fairs. A lot of fun talking to the kids and getting some of them interested. And all this is Tesla, Mr. Nikola Tesla.
Even if you spark that one interest in some kid,
Oh yeah.
This isn't all his thoughts, right?
These are all his inventions. Alternating current, the induction motor. Induction motors are everywhere. The induction motor doesn't have a carbon brush. Basically, this motor will last forever. All right, this motor doesn't even have ball bearings in it, so it'll pretty much last forever. These are in fans, blowers, electric cars, washers, dryers, everything.
Yeah, I see him all the time.
Right, and this is an old electric motor. The starter in your car is this style motor that has the carbon brush,
Right.
and the carbon brush puts the electricity into the rotor. All right, but the carbon brush wears out after like 500 hours. I mean, you only push the starter for like 5 seconds, so basically you're going to...
Oh, so that's why you
Right.
got to wrap it when it starts getting old.
Yeah, when it gets old, the carbon brush is, the carbon brush goes through this slot, and
Right.
these springs are pushing on it. When the carbon brush is all worn out, there's no more electricity going into the rotor.
Right, the distance.
Right.
Too much distance.
Yep.
Well, these do break down, though.
Induction motors. Well, the coil. This is a motor I opened up. The coils can burn out, but I mean, if you don't overheat it or overload it, the motor will last pretty much forever. I mean, this is bronze or bronze sleeves, and it doesn't even have ball bearings.
Yeah, these are everywhere.
Oh yeah, induction motors everywhere.
Most of your fans.
Fans,
House fans.
elevator motors, electric cars.
And he invented it.
Yep, they dared him to make a motor without the carbon brush, and the story goes he figured it out in his head, and they said, well, let me see you build it, and he built it, and there it is. This coil of wire with this induction rotor. That's the rotor that's inside of this coil.
Right.
right? And it becomes magnetized, and the coils in here are slanted, and they follow the coils.
Right.
So that's how the motor
So
works.
the slant is what causes it
Right,
to spin.
right.
Easy for us to think of it now.
It's yeah, but back in 1880, it was a staggering invention, unbelievable.
You need to have three-phase current runners.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla was an alien.
Yeah,
He's way ahead of his
you
time.
don't have three-phase current in your home. Then you have to shift the phase. So you need to have a capacitor coupled with the motor. So I believe that is a really nice thing about AC motors and
Yep.
So this thing is freestyling right now. It
Yeah.
doesn't even touch anything.
Nope, doesn't touch. I mean, except for the bronze sleeve at the top and the bottom.
If anything's going to fail, that's where it would
Yeah.
fail.
I mean, after thousands of hours, it might get a little sloppy in the fit. But I mean, this is steel against bronze, and that's like a natural lubrication.
And did he invent most of this here on Long Island?
Yeah, pretty much out in Shoreham.
Where was he born?
He was born in Serbia.
Right.
It's like below Russia. He was Serbian.
Nikola Tesla was here.
Well, he was born in Serbia, and he came over here and he started to work for Thomas Edison. Right, and then
But was he in Long Island?
exit 68 on the Long Island Expressway, not too far from here.
His building is
Right,
out,
it's
out.
still there. I'm there all the time. They had a big fire there in November, and the lab, the whole roof got burned out. So now they're trying to rebuild it. It'll take them 20 years to rebuild it and make a museum. Give us money.
Donations, yeah.
They got a lot of money out of me.
Yeah.
Now,
That's not the same building, though, right? That building.
yes, it is.
Is that-
That's the
the one
building.
that's there?
Right.
This
That's
tower was
that's
destroyed way before.
that's the
He
building.
took this apart.
Yeah, after he got kind of
Right. I mean, 3 months ago, the whole roof burned out, but the front brick is still good.
Yeah, I pass it all
Right.
the time.
It's right. It's Route
This
20.
building's in Shoreham.
Right.
Right here.
All the way on, all the
It's
way
on Route
north,
25.
25, all the way on the North Shore.
It's a museum now. Right?
Well, they want to make it a museum.
But it's an exterior kind
Yeah.
of people walk around
Right.
outside.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get through the gate except for the July 10th. There's a big party there for his birthday, and there's a Christmas lighting. There's a Halloween party there all the time.
Yeah, this building with that tower in the middle is still there.
Yeah, well, the building is there. The tower was ripped down.
Right, but this middle section, I think, is still there.
Yeah, the concrete base is still there.
Yeah, no trees.
if that worked, I think
Well, he thought he could give everybody free electricity off that. But 110, 120 years ago, he didn't know the physics. He didn't understand the physics. You can't send electric power through the air. I mean, you can send lightning through the air, but you can't harness lightning.
Right, it's wild.
Right? It's
goes
lightning is hundreds of millions of volts. You can't harness that to run a toaster.
his knowledge, we might do something else that we don't know.
Yeah, well,
That's what I said.
well, actually,
Maybe we can, we don't know it.
well,
yet.
he invented radio and pretty much didn't know it.
Yeah.
This is a baby Tesla coil. This was 190 feet high. That is sending out AM radio energy. He invented AM radio, not Marconi. The patents went back to Tesla. There's a big patent
But
fight.
he didn't realize that the radio is messaging and communication, right? He didn't use this for the communication.
No,
This is amazing.
yeah. I mean, I do a lot of
The power it sends.
yeah
See, but there you are, though. It is sending power.
radio energy, but it won't it won't run a toaster.
Not yet. Like what if it was perfected?
You can change the frequency. You can change it to radar energy. You can send radar energy through the air, but if you walk in front of the beam, you're going to get cooked.
Right. Well, I notice it blocks it.
Of course, yeah. Very good.
I noticed that before. I put my hand in there. It blocks it.
Practically, it's hard to do the energy distribution
doesn't work that way.
If you get close enough, it will, but I don't want you to touch the silver ball.
What happens if I touch that ball?
It hurts like a sting in a bee sting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you wearing a
Never
ring?
get some
Oh, you
little-
wearing a ring? Yeah, I was a couple of times I've had kids touch that and they start to cry.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a ring, you can take it to your ring because it spreads the energy around. That's
You ever get a parent yell at you?
yeah,
How do you let our kids touch
right.
that?
I tell them don't touch the silver.
Yeah, well, that's like telling a kid.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't touch the candy bowl.
Right.
That's 8,000 volts. The resistance of air is 4,000 volts per centimeter. A centimeter is the width of your pinky. So that's about 2 pinkies. That's about 8,000 volts.
And there's no way you can block that, and it
No.
won't work. Like, I'm just saying, for safety reasons for the kids.
Oh, for the kids? Yeah.
Unless you put something in front and tell them to come
Well, I
back
could put the plastic screen in
Right.
front, and I could put this on a wooden stick. Just-
I'm just saying, like, I could see some parent freaking out.
I was at a science fair in Brooklyn, in the YMCA Brooklyn, was it J Street Borough Hall area, and some young girl touched it and started to cry, and the parents are yelling at me. I thought they'd get a lawyer and sue me.
Yeah. You never know. These people are outrageous.
Uh,
I'm sure you told them, don't touch.
Uh-huh.
Don't touch.
I this morning there were kids here, and I tell them this actually had some kid touch this, and really that is very dangerous.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear the power.
Yeah. And that's got a drop of mercury in it, and the mercury gives off ultraviolet light. The ultraviolet excites the white phosphorus in the glass. That's how a fluorescent bulb works. It's a little drop of mercury. You're not supposed to throw these in the garbage because of that drop of mercury.
Yeah, no, we
Recycle.
even here, we
Right.
put them in a special bin.
Yeah.
They pick them up like every month or two. Oh, look at that.
Yep. That's making alternating current. The north pole's pushing the electrons one way, south pole's pushing the electrons the other way. Here's what atoms look like, and the electrons jump back and forth in alternating current. Direct current, the electrons keep going in the same direction. That's direct current. But alternating current, the electrons jump back and forth between the copper atoms in the copper wire. So that's why it's going back and forth.
Oh, so it's brushing against these.
Not,
wires
well,
and
the magnetic force doesn't even have to touch the coil of wire.
Oh.
So, as the north pole goes by, the electrons are pushed.
Oh, and then you got.
Yeah, well, here, go ahead, turn it. Go ahead, turn it slow. See?
Right, there's south.
There you go.
Oh, it's oh, I see. Look at that. Yeah. That's why I like.
There's a lot of hands-on stuff. When Einstein was a child, his father gave him a compass. And for his whole life, Einstein wondered, how did that magnetic force move the compass? And that's how he turned into probably the smartest man who ever lived, because his dad gave him a compass. I do a lot of science fairs, and I give away hundreds of compasses. I just ordered like 150 one-inch compasses for the next science fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, like, even like everything, I think everything evolves around energy.
Yeah.
Even like your personality, the way we connect, the way we're connected. It's an electronic thing, and this is just he was a master of harnessing it,
Yep.
trying to harness that power. But my understanding, he just wasn't well connected.
Exactly. He had no marketing people. Edison had everything behind him, marketing and money. I mean, Tesla had J.P. Morgan behind him, but Tesla's inventions kind of stalled. I mean, this big tower never did what it was supposed to do. So J.P. Morgan said goodbye. I'm not going to give you any more money for the tower. but he continued to pay for his hotel room at the New Yorker Hotel opposite Penn Station. Every January 10th, I'm at the New Yorker Hotel where he died. He was dead for like 3 days before they found him. His room is a national monument. He's had 2 rooms in the hotel. So it's always I'm there with all this stuff every January 10th in Manhattan.
Oh, wow. He died in Manhattan.
Died in the New Yorker Hotel.
What did he die of?
Old age. He was like 83.
Yeah.
And he was malnourished. He pretty much died destitute.
He was a little...
Oh, he was definitely a little wacky.
Yeah.
He couldn't look at women wearing pearl earrings, would never shake hands. He was obsessed with the number 3. He had 3 pillows. He was in room 397. 3 mints on the bed. 3 towels.
That is the reason why they found 3 phase electricity.
And he had sort of an emotional love affair with a pigeon.
Yeah.
Never married, no kids.
You see why J.P. Morgan pulled out.
Yep. And Tesla pretty much saved the Westinghouse company. George Westinghouse and Tesla worked very closely together. In fact, I work on large aircraft, Boeing 737, 747s, and all the generators are Westinghouse generators. And they're this design. It's this kind of rotor turning in this kind of coil, but about 5 times the size. I mean, this only puts out like 11 kilowatts, 11,000 watts. Most generators on a plane are 90,000 watts. So any one generator can run the whole plane. So this rotor fits inside of these coils of wire. In fact, there's 3 coils in here, 120 degrees apart. So when this rotor turns, you get pulses coming out of the wires, not at the same time. That's called 3-phase power. This gets a pulse, this gets a pulse, then that one gets a pulse. When you travel on the road, you see the high voltage wires at the top. There's always 3 because there's 3 coils in the generator at LIPA, at the power plant. That's 3-phase power. Like a big elevator motor needs all 3 wires. At your house or apartment, you get 2 power leads and neutral. From a power lead to neutral is 110 volts. From a power lead to a power lead is 220 volts. So that's how you get both voltages into your house. You get 2 power leads and neutral.
Very cool.
There's a gear on the bottom of that. I don't know if I can pull this out. See the gear?
Yeah.
So that's attached to the gearbox on the jet engine. The jet engine has a gearbox with 3 outputs: a hydraulic pump, the AC generator, and a DC generator. Tesla doll.
Yeah.
I raffle them off. Yeah, can't do it today, but
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
$10.
Are they going to come down or what?
I don't know. They didn't tell me, when they're coming down. I'm only supposed to be here till like 1. I mean, they got the computer hackathon happening now. Salute. There's Purell on the end if you need
Yeah,
it.
no, I
All right.
got itchy nose all this stuff.
Now, I just heard on the news that the allergy season is already starting.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's crazy. So if I put my finger in there, it would hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zap. Did you make this yourself?
No, this I bought. Everything on the wood is what I built.
Yeah, I figured.
But
Thought
this,
maybe here you got a little.
nah, this,
You did a little.
yeah.
Did some technical.
Well, let's see. It's 4,000 volts per centimeter. So that's about 4 centimeters. So that'd be 16,000 volts. Let's see if we can make 20,000 volts. No, it's
Jump in another direction.
well, that's about
Funny how it was jumping over here.
Yeah,
Too far of a spread for the.
yeah. Plasma globe.
The usual.
Yeah. Now, this one actually responds to noise and music.
So
So, yeah.
I'm at ground.
You got it. The electrons are going right through the glass, into you, and into the ground.
Right.
Transformer in the bottom, of course.
Right. Crazy. Crazy.
What's your name? I can't see your badge.
Kevin.
Hey, Kev.
Kevin, yeah. Usually off on the weekend.
Hi there.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Go ahead, push the button.
Oh, I think
That's a Jacob's Ladder. All that's good for is Frankenstein movies.
So basically, all kinds of high voltage.
Yep, that's Mr. Tesla. Mr. Tesla was alternating current and high voltage. Yeah,
Oh,
turn the generator.
this one.
See, I got that out of a 100-year-old telephone.
Oh,
So you're turning a coil of wire inside these magnets.
it's like the generator.
Now here's a Tesla coil. Tesla coil is the basis of AM radio. That's sending out an AM radio signal. Go ahead, you do it. Hold it close to the top. The radio energy is exciting the neon gas in that Christmas bulb.
So basically, the magnetic field, or no?
Yes, it's a very fast alternating field, and that's radio energy, and it's exciting the neon gas. The electrons jump to a higher shell, and when the electrons go back to where they belong, they give off an orange photon.
Oh, basically, the neon has been activated and then.
Excuse me. Half the time, the camera isn't good enough to catch the spark. You may notice that when you photograph that, you may not see a continuous spark because that's only sampling about 100 images a second, and that's going like 1,000 times a second. So I don't know,
Maybe it was a video.
They did a video, yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't catch the spark all the time.
So if I move it closer to this, you'll like have a
There you go. That's 8,000 volts.
So this one the same thing?
Same thing, neon bulb.
It's showing it.
This one.
Uh-huh.
I can see it.
And this is a fluorescent bulb.
Oh, I see the same thing. I see.
You can do it.
So technically, you can put like a high voltage simulation here, and then we can put lights on. There's no wires anymore.
No wires.
So this is also supposed to be pouring
Oh,
this fan.
let me turn on the
Oh, I
fan.
see. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Whoop. And you got an incandescent bulb. Look at the difference between an incandescent bulb and an LED bulb.
So how many powers do I generate? Like you're using this, like
Well, you're
1 amp?
well, now you're going to make me do the math. You get 100 volts and a 10 watt. It's like a tenth of an amp.
Okay. That's actually big.
And here's a generator out of a Learjet. You turn the magnet near a coil of wire, you get alternating current. This is the basis of alternating current. That's what Tesla figured out 120 years ago.
Okay, so difference between this and this is the coils
They're-
outside of the.
They're opposite. This is turning the coil of wire in the magnets. This is turning the magnet near the coil of wire. You still get alternating current either way. It doesn't matter which one you move.
This is the same thing with generator.
Well, yep. This is a rotor out of an aircraft. This rotor fits inside these coils of wire.
Okay.
Right now, the rotor is not magnetized. When I put 12 volts into it, it turns into a very strong magnet, north-south, north-south. So this rotor fits inside 3 coils of wire. There's 3 coils 120 degrees apart. So as this turns, you get a pulse out of this, the red one, then the black, then the green. That's three-phase power. When you travel on the road and you see the high voltage wires at the top, there's always three wires because there's three coils at the power plant. All right, Tesla also invented the induction motor. This induction motors are everywhere. Go ahead, push the button.
So where the power coming from?
110 volts,
Oh, I see.
house voltage. All right. Now, what's amazing about induction motors is it does not have a carbon brush to wear out. This is an old style motor. The carbon brush wears out after about 500 hours. These motors pretty much last and run forever. This is no carbon brush. So again, another major Tesla invention. And you got a plasma globe. I got to watch the kids here. Go ahead. Crank it. You're welcome. Here you go. Yeah, go this way. Faster. Look, you're making electricity. That's a big magnet out of an airplane. If you turn the magnet, it makes electricity. Go ahead, turn it. Now this you're going to like. Check this out, guys. Wow.
That's so cool. It's satisfying as well. Hey, look, I'm going to spin it really fast.
Here, you hold the bulb. Hold it close to the top. Don't touch the ball with your fingers.
Is it too hot?
No, it doesn't get hot. Doesn't get hot at all.
Why does one side have the flickering, the other doesn't?
Oh, it's just the neon gas in the bulb deciding where it wants to flash.
Cool.
Isn't that cool?
And as I get farther away,
Uh-huh. The energy is less.
the more I get
Here,
close,
here, you do it.
starts lighting up even from here. Wait, there are two? Sweet. Now I can. Oh.
This way. Down. Go ahead. Hard. Go ahead. Push. See, you're making electricity.
No, Killian, turn it. No, turn that one. I can turn this thing fast.
Let me see if you can turn the fan. Crank it up.
How hot is it?
It doesn't get hot. Careful, that's
Is this another plane?
careful. That's glass.
Is this another plane runner?
Yeah, well, this is a rotor. All right, on the plane, it's rotating. This rotor fits inside this coil of wire. It fits inside, and on the airplane, it makes electricity coming out of these three wires.
So would I put
Well, let me show you what happens. Right now, it's not magnetized. All right, when I push this button, it turns into a very strong north-south magnet. Right? It's so strong that you can't pull that bolt off until I let go. I don't want you to fall down. But trust. Here, if you want to see something interesting, this is a compass. Look what happens when we turn it near the magnet. See? Careful, that's glass.
Oh, cool. Could I touch the purple?
No, you can't touch the purple.
Is it electricity?
Yes, that's electricity coming off the top. That's a Tesla coil.
No, let's try it with both of them.
Careful.
Look it. Oh, it broke when I was over here. Cool.
Don't
No,
touch.
it.
Don't touch the
You're gonna get
ball.
electrocuted.
Don't touch the ball. It hurts. Careful.
Why won't it work?
It's not hot. Here, turn the magnet and make some electricity. Whoa. Stay away from that. You can push the button.
Don't touch it.
Whoa. Stay. You don't touch that. You touch that, you're going to cry. Turn it. Go ahead, turn it clockwise. Push it. That's an induction motor. All right, these motors last forever. Mr. Tesla invented induction motors. Old motors had a
I have a Tesla pen.
old motors had a carbon brush, and the carbon brush wears out. So every 500 hours, you got to change the carbon brush. Induction motors don't have the carbon
Can I
brush.
touch this?
Sure, you can.
No, I want to. It's so scary.
Got this generator out of a 100-year-old telephone. See, 100 years ago, you had to turn that generator to start the phone call. Then the operator would say, "Who do you want to talk to?" And she would then, right, and then she'd switch to a battery circuit and plug your wire into the fire department or your Aunt Gracie. There, check out the Tesla coil. That's the basis of AM radio. See, AM radio energy is exciting the neon gas in this Christmas bulb. Oh, don't hit your watch.
No, oh, right. Maybe I'll do it. I just want to see it.
Yes, your skin will block the signal.
skin would
Your skin will block the signal. You can see here. That's 8,000 volts. The resistance of air is about 4,000 volts per centimeter. A centimeter is the width of your pinky. So that's about 2 pinkies, so that's about 8,000 volts. Just got to watch the kids don't electrocute themselves. That's all right. That's okay. It's all right. That's a plasma globe, and there's a transformer in the bottom. Inside the square box is a transformer that takes the 110 volts and makes it about 10,000 volts off the center ball.
How much electricity is there?
In there, that's about 10,000 volts, but it's
This is 10,000.
yeah.
How does this one get electricity?
Well, this is making static electricity, like rubbing your feet on a wool rug.
So those two things are making the electricity?
Yep. There's little carbon. There's little braid brushes taking static off the aluminum discs, and it charges up these batteries. It charges these batteries, and when the batteries get high enough voltage, it jumps across the gap.
It's so cool. Oh, I can feel the electricity.
Yeah, yes. If you touch it real soft, sometimes you can feel the electrons go right through your finger and into the ground. If you touch it lightly, sometimes you can feel it.
I can feel it.
Careful.
Ooh, I have a Tesla pen. I have a Tesla pen.
Uh-huh. I have a Tesla car. It's parked right out there.
Tesla coil? What is
Well, that's an emergency magnet out of an airplane. All right.
What does it do? So it's like a backup for
Yeah, that's exactly right. This magnet is a backup for this. If this wire burns out, they switch to a magnet, which can also make electricity, but this doesn't make nearly as much as this. This makes 10 times the power of that, but that's enough to run the whole cockpit and get a safe landing.
Oh my, that's really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a strong magnet. Oh, don't.
Let me try.
Oh, it's all right.
Don't touch the ball.
Right. Don't touch that. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, thank you so much for this.
No problem. Thank you.
Now just so hard to pull. It's so heavy. Wait, what am I?
Well, I got to hit power. Put it between the two pieces.
Okay.
Put it on-
Hit power.
You got to hit the button. Well, watch it. You got to. All right, yeah,
the
yeah.
button down?
I'll hold the button down. You put it between these two pieces. Can you pull it off?
Yeah. It was easy.
Oh, you twisted it. That's cheating.
How's that cheating? Let me try. Can I try? Yes.
All right. You're strong.
How is that strong?
All right, be careful. I don't want you to pull it and hit yourself in the face.
So be careful.
Careful. Don't fall down. Now turn it around. Turn the bolt around. Put it between the two pieces.
Oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. It came out of nowhere.
Oh, I don't want you to pull the wood off the table. Careful. Watch out. Don't touch the ball. See, that's a Tesla coil. Here, you got to do this. Hold it near the top.
Where's that giant bolt?
Good. I saw this and I'm like,
What? It pulled my hand down.
Careful. Don't hit yourself in the face.
You can't pull this down. Huh? How does it keep pulling it down?
It's a magnet. It never wears out.
Really? Which one never wears out?
This magnet never wears out.
How old is it?
It's about 10 years old.
Not even 10 years old.
I got it. That's out of an airplane. Careful. Don't hurt your fingers. Excuse me?
You said it never wears out.
The magnet, this magnet never wears out, unless you hit it hard with a hammer or turn it red hot. That's how, that.
Ordinary magnet wears out.
What?
But a normal magnet wears out now.
That magnet will not work. That magnet will not wear out. For what? I don't understand your question.
How's it different from a normal magnet that makes it not wear out?
They don't wear out. The electrons are lined up, and they won't misalign unless you hit it hard with a hammer or turn it red hot. No, at the top.
Does a normal magnet wears out?
No, they don't. Magnets don't wear out. All right, be careful. It's glass.
What if my hand was stuck?
No, your hand is not a metal. Your hand is not metal.
My hand was made out of metal.
If your hand was made out of metal, if your hand was made out of iron, it would stick to this magnet.
Oh, I have the
Don't touch that.
Oh my god! It's stuck! Oh damn! Oh my god, it's stuck.
Careful, it's glass. Careful. Ah, yeah, that's cheating.
要用力量，当时不要用力处，为什么？哇哦，
That's a strong magnet.
这个如果关了，是不是没有力量？哎，白兔，来放上来。好，这个。啊，好好。
No, don't peel it down. Just pull straight.
哦，关了是不是就没有力量？关了它就没有力量。这个磁铁很重吗？
Don't hurt your fingers.
这个磁铁很重是吗？是吗？哎呀，整块白了。
It's stuck.
这叫什么？你手里拿着。
Put it over here. Over here. Over here. See, north, south, north, south.
That's funny.
为什么？啊，等一下，等一下，等一下，等一下。你看这上面写
See, south,
看到没有？
south pole, north pole. South pole, north pole.
这是磁场，
Whee!
磁的周围它有一个场，你看不见它，
You're making electricity.
你看不见它，但是它能感应到。它周围有一个场叫磁场，这个磁场有两极，一个叫 South Pole，一个叫 North Pole。
I'm gonna leave it like this.
你还记得那个火柴人 Matchman 里面有一个 physics， 记得不？经过那个磁场，通过磁场之后，它就唰一下就过去了，记得不？它乘的那个火箭是经过磁场唰一下，再经过一个磁场唰一下，越来越快，越来越快，记得不？
That's a Tesla doll. That's him. Tesla.
Playing hide and seek. What? You know stuff? What's the terrain I did? Don't you.
Mark, get a picture of me.